Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Olivia at Movable Chiropractic and Rehab, and today we're going to talk about a warm-up for runners. This past weekend, I ran a 5K, and one thing that I noticed, besides the people running around before the race, were there were not a lot of people just warming up their bodies. So today, I want to go over a few of the exercises that I did personally to warm up. For all of these exercises, I'm only going to show a couple of reps, but I want to make sure that you do at least 10 to 20 reps each side before you start your run. The first one that I did was a hip flexion grab. So instead of just marching in place, I was squeezing up a little bit more. The purpose that I was doing this was to help loosen up the glutes a little bit more, as well as force that hip into flexion, because when you're running, a lot of this hip flexion is what is propelling you forward. Then I went right into hamstring sweeps. So with a hamstring sweep, I'm kicking my one leg out, bringing my hands forward, and imagining sweeping my hands down my legs, then right back up. Kick that leg forward, sweep my hands down, back up. This is going to help elongate the hamstring a little bit and warm it up. So you might feel a little bit of heat in the back of the hamstring during this movement. From there, I went into hip cars. So doing a full range of motion for my hips. What I did was standing because I didn't have much to lean on. So I'm standing up, slowly bringing the hip out and in a full circle. If you are somewhere that you can lean on something, I suggest doing that so that you don't have to focus on balancing at the same time. And then go the other way. Now it's also important to warm up the ab and adductors, the sides of your legs. So I started in a nice wide stance. I went into a side squat or side lunge, and then I just kind of rocked back and forth into each hip. Now, if this is a little difficult, you can put your hands on the ground for a little bit of more balance, or if you have something else to support you. Now, one of the exercises that I love for warming up running is skipping. Something that we all did as a kid, but we don't tend to do it as an adult. The reason I love skipping so much is that it works on that propulsion and it gets those muscles to be fired and quick acting. So here we are. We're just going to skip. If you don't have much room to skip, you can just skip in place too. So it's just doing that quick motion and then right back down. This next one warms up both the calves and the hamstrings. So you prop your foot up on something. You lean forward first to stretch that calf out, and then hinge back into the hips for that hamstring. Leaning forward and back. This is not a static hold. It's more of a rocking back and forth. The reason we have the foot propped up is to really get into that calf and warm it up more. Now, you've probably seen people just grabbing their heels and trying to stretch their quads right before they run. Now, stretching the quads is great for after running, but here we just want to warm it up. So instead of just grabbing the ankle and stretching, we're going to do butt kicks. And again, just like skipping, this is going to get you into that fast response with the muscles. So just bring that heel as close to your butt as you can, and then right back down. Last but not least, a gentle walk right before you run. This could be a walk to the starting line. It could be just walking on the treadmill before you run. It could be any kind of gentle movement you really feel to make sure that your whole body's in tune and ready to run. Like I said, this is a warm-up that I did before I ran a 5K this past weekend. And I can personally attest to say that my body didn't feel that stiffness before I started running. There's sometimes where, when you're starting to get that run going, your body is just dragging on. My body felt energized and ready to go with this warm-up. So before you go for your next run, whether it's 5 minutes, 5 miles, whatever it is that you're going to do, try out this warm-up. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to let me know how this warm-up has helped you.